Hi, my name's Ben. I work for the Game House, and today we're going through the top 5 things I'm worried about for the new Resident Evil 4 remake coming out next week. Okay, first things first, there's not going to be any gameplay in this video. I had another video planned to come out that was about the Bears' number one pick, and it was obsolete about 24 hours after I recorded it. So I didn't have time to record any gameplay for this video. If you're watching me on your phone, just go ahead and put it in your pocket because you're not going to be seeing anything other than me. So I have been a huge Resident Evil fan pretty much since about 7th, 8th grade. I've played all of them, and I just replayed Resident Evil 4 twice after I bought it on the PSN. And it holds up. It's fantastic. It's still fun. It's still as fun as you remember it. And this new Resident Evil 4 also looks incredible. If you haven't played the demo, maybe don't at this point. Maybe just jump into it when it comes out. But I'm telling you, from the demo I've played about 3 or 4 times now, it looks really tight, looks like a lot of fun. But there are a few things that I am worried about with this new Resident Evil 4. I do think it's going to be great. I do think, minimum it's going to be about an 8 out of 10 for me personally as a fan. But I just wanted to talk about some things that are worrying me just a little bit from what we've seen so far. And the first one I will mention is too much stealth. Now, we know as video game fans that 4 stealth sections in unstealthy video games are up there with underwater levels and escort missions. They're terrible and they're never any fun. And replaying the original Resident Evil 4, it's a run and gun, never stop sort of shooter. And now you see all these clips of Leon just sneaking around. If it comes to the Garrador, the big Wolverine guy who you have to sneak around, that's fine, but don't force us into too many stealth sections when we're expecting this experience sort of similar to the run and gun style of the original Resident Evil 4. The next one is multiple difficulty options. Now, if you remember, the original Resident Evil 4 only had 2 difficulty options. There was normal and there was professional. Now, there was the implementation of the dynamic difficulty setting that sort of was a little groundbreaking. If you weren't doing so well, maybe it would throw you a little more health, a little more ammo. If you were doing really well, then it wouldn't throw you as much when enemies died. Now, if there are only going to be 2 difficulty options on this new Resident Evil, then that dynamic difficulty has to be really polished and really scaled up. I really think there should be 4: easy, normal, hard, and then after you beat a hard campaign, sort of like a Village of Shadows if you played Resident Evil Village. I think there should be probably 4 difficulty modes to really enhance the replayability. The next one I have is hiding infinite ammo behind too many playthroughs. Now I played Resident Evil 8 about 4 or 5 times to really unlock all of the infinite ammo for all of the guns. I don't want that because in Resident Evil 4, you only had to complete Assignment Ada once to get the Chicago Typewriter, which is the infinite machine gun, and you only had to play the base game once to unlock the infinite rocket launcher. Now, you had to replay the game again and collect enough money to buy all those. I think it was 500,000 pesetas each, and I'm fine with that. But don't lock infinite ammo to really enhance those fun speedrun playthroughs behind your 7th go-around to really collect everything. I think 2 or 3 should do just fine. The next one I'm really worried about now is padding. And what I'm talking about specifically is padding the game time through the map size or backtracking or too many side quests. Now, we know that Resident Evil is one of the key components of it is backtracking and then adding enemies in places you thought were safe. That's all well and good, but we have seen that in the new gameplay, the merchant will give you side quests to do to collect different weapons and maybe some upgrades. We don't really know yet. Don't pad out those side quests too much. I really don't want to see me going all the way back to the village from the island, which is the 3rd act of the game, to finish these side quests. I want them linear. I want them in your face because that is what Resident Evil 4, as I've said before, is about. This is a streamlined, straightforward, fun experience, and I don't want to be worried about missing too many things and then backtracking all over the map before I trigger the next cutscene. Even though Resident Evil is about backtracking, just don't do it too much for this game we're expecting to be pretty action-packed and and paced very well. And then finally, none of these have really been in order, but this is the biggest one I'm worried about. The knife durability. So in Resident Evil 4, the original, you know, you got out your knife when you were low on ammo. When an enemy was on the ground, you would knife them. I don't like the knife durability system because you're just giving the knife ammo. Like, don't pretend that's not what it is. There's ammo for our knives. And yeah, however realistic the durability of a knife may be when you're cutting open boxes and, you know, killing villagers with it, this isn't a realistic game. There are parasites bursting out of people's heads. The fact that they're adding knife durability is really, really questionable to me. And I would honestly rather prefer, instead of knife durability, maybe the ability to upgrade the knife and make you slash a little bit faster, or make the attacks with the knife a little bit stronger, rather than having to find new knives or repair them over the, I'm guessing, 12 hours of the game. It really seems like an odd addition to me. But tell me what you're worried about. I'm really excited for this game. I know I just pointed out 5 things I'm afraid of, but I'm sure this is going to be a great game. Tell me what you're worried about. Tell me what you're looking forward to down in the comments below. And thanks for watching.